Hello everyone, welcome to the video. This is my second gameplay analysis video, and I'm going to do it a little better this time, hopefully, and I'll keep doing it better. But in today's video, I wouldn't exactly call it a clutch, but it definitely was a clutch. I mean, there's really no other way to say it, but first of all, let's look at our lineup. We got Iana, this guy was pretty good. Thermite, this guy was not the best, but he's okay. I'm Thatcher, again, Thatcher's one of my mains. We have a Buck and an IQ. So this isn't a horrible lineup. It's actually a pretty good lineup. And we're on Canal. And yeah, it was first round, so we were assuming they're probably going to be servers. And we were going to breach that one wall going into the closet there. I don't even know what it's called, but let's get to the gameplay. Alright, guys, so here we are right now. We're about 30 seconds into the round. I'm not sure, again, this is solo queue, I solo queue a lot. I was not sure where Thermite was going, but I was just kind of strolling over to him right now. I have already lost one of my drones, which is definitely not a good thing, but it's not a horrible thing considering I'm Thatcher, and I have one job to do, and this wall was not even electrified. So here's where things start getting good. I am not familiar with breaching right here, so I decided to rappel right here. As I was going up, I was like, actually, I could get peeked from a couple angles, so I'm not sure if this was the best idea, but hey, I was up here. I see we don't know who any of their teams, or we don't know who any of their ops are except for Mute, and now I know that they have a Mira, so I make that call out to my team. And we already knew where all three Mute jammers were. There's like one over here, and then there's one on this door, and then there was not one right here. That's the main point. So my job as Thatcher was basically done because Thermite was planning on breaching here. It's a thought. I still have no clue what Thermite was doing. He went downstairs with, I think, maybe IQ. So I just decided.
I saw the C4 in my game lag.
Alright, he saw the C4 in his game lag place. But anyways, so I decided to push over here because this is definitely, this area is where I'm most familiar. So I do place a claymore right here. I was making sure I did it right. I made it so that only one red strand was sticking out right here, and they would probably not see that. I was just admiring my work of art for a second, and here I go, using my second drone to drone into printers. This is where I realized they had a Goya, so I was like, alright, that could be good, that could be bad. I drone out printers. I see that there's no one on the staircase. See no one's in printers, and someone like C4'd my drone or something. It got like 3 of our drones. I'm not really sure, but I was like, alright, I'm not really sure what's going on in this room, so I'm not sure if I want to rush into it. So I was like, alright, I'm going to go back around here, and I'm going to push up to this angle, and I was actually coming back to see if Thermite was going to breach this wall, but he was like, I'm trying to get upstairs or something. I was like, just come out and rappel. He was like, no, there's someone on each staircase. I was like, alright, I guess we're not going to breach into this wall, so I'm like, now what? We're like 2 minutes 45 seconds into the match, and still a 5v5, which is good, but spoiler alert, we're not gonna be there for long now. Again, I don't really know this area that bad, so I mean, I don't know this area that good. So I thought there was a window here, there wasn't, so I was like, oops, let me go back up, because I was gonna go down and help Thermite, but then I realized that Thermite did not need help, and he was actually in a horrible situation. So I just decided to go back up to where I was and try and play from above. I was trying to figure out what Thermite was doing here. I'm still really confused about what he was trying to do. But I'm like, we've already lost 2 teammates. We've lost a vertical player, and we've lost Iana. And I know these last 2 people are in a horrible position. So what I do is, I thought I heard some footsteps over here, so I go ahead and free fire through this window. And I actually end up poking Mute here, just kind of random. But yeah, I just go ahead and open this door and make sure there's no one else there. I was just making sure that that was Mute because I couldn't really tell. And yeah, so here's where things start getting a little bit good here. So I'm like, alright, we got 30 seconds. I have diffuser. I've killed one of the players already, and I've turned it into a 3v3. I mean, they did get one, so it wasn't only me, but yeah, 3v3, and we do have to push, and we've lost our vertical player, which is definitely not good, and I have no use, Thermite has no use, and IQ's almost dead. So I decided to shank this window right here. I was planning on droning it, but then I remembered that I had no drone, so it was kind of bad game knowledge by me, but it's fine. It worked out in the long run. So I do peek that angle right there. I went to peek this little peak, or I went to peek this little line of sight into. That's not serious. Whatever that's called. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of problems. And what I did, this Goya actually almost killed me. I was like, all right, let me just go ahead and peek this angle into this room. I keep wanting to call it servers, but I know that's the other site. This is gonna annoy me. I don't know, but it's fine. So I hold this angle hoping Goyo would peek it, and he actually did. Look at his head right there. GK, how do you miss that? So right when he did, I actually shot, but when I was shooting, I moved. Let's take a quick look at that again. So I could have easily killed Goyo right in the head right here, but instead I missed every single one of my shots and hit the window. That was a big old fail, and I knew I had to recover from that. So I go back to the same angle. Goyo peeks it again for some random reason. And by the way, another one of my teammates died, so it's just Thermite in a bad position and me. But I do get the poke on Goyo, and I now know that this area right here is clear. And when I see Thermite right here, I'm like, alright, it's time to go for a plant. So I'm planning to hop in this window. Right when I do, I see this Goyo's here. I'm like, yes, that's perfect. So I bust this Goyo open. Now I know no one can rotate from over there without me knowing. And I peek this doorway right here to make sure no one's in server. And I go in this corner. I tell Thermite to cover me, and I start the plant. Now from here, it's just a simple game of plant and play the diffuser. But I guess I heard footsteps back here, but I thought they were down here. So what I do is I go to hold an angle on these stairs, and right as I do, you'll see in the top right corner right about now. Yep, I missed it. Right about now, I saw his head poke up, and I was like, oh shoot. So I quickly switch over. I actually over adjusted a little bit there on my shots, which like goes all the way over there. But I ended up over adjusting and hitting him in the head, and that was good. Now that might have not seemed like a clutch, but I'm gonna play it back for you guys one more time from about right whenever I get this first kill here. And yeah, I'll play back, and then I'll talk about one more thing, and then we'll go into the overview.
Swapping mags!
Op 4 last stop standing. 15 seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Diffuser is active. Protected at all costs.
Nice job.
Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
Alright, so there was that, guys. Let's just assume that I didn't do this. Let me show you how my team would have lost. So if I didn't barely hear these footsteps and then pre-fire this wall, they would have had an extra player, but because I did that, that's one down. Now right here, I should have died against this Goyo because I had a free chance to hit him in the head, but this is kind of low ranks, so I missed that chance right there. But let's assume I would have died to this Goyo. Now, instead of it being a, what is it, 2v2 now? Yeah, now instead of it being a 2v2, it would have been a 1v3. So that would have just screwed us over even more. But yeah, so if I would have died, it would have hurt us really bad. But let's get to the overview real fast. Alright guys, got a little bit of a scuffed picture here, but it works. So we're basically only going to be using the right side here, so I'm actually just going to make a big old red line. Let's see, can I just fill this with red or something? Oh no. Okay, well you guys get the point. No one's over here. Or there might be someone over here, but nothing we're talking about is over here. So again, we're gonna use green for friendlies, and we're gonna use we'll talk about the colors we're gonna use. So here now there's actually a couple parts missing. So let me fill in a couple parts here. So right here is a staircase, or this is the staircase right here. So let's just make some stairs. I'll just act like those are stairs going downward. And then also right here is a wait. Yeah, there's a little balcony right here. I believe that there's a little balcony right here. Yeah, there's a little balcony right here. There's like a walkway or something. So we can be there and we can be here. Sorry, I just want to make this a little bit more clear for you guys first. So we're gonna do this in a couple of phases. So we're gonna do the initial phase when my teammates started dying, and then we're gonna do when I started killing people. So I was right here. This is me. I'm just gonna use red. Actually, I'll use 2 dots. So we have 2 teammates down here trying to push up this way. So this was their goal, is to push up this way. And I had the diffuser, which is good. If I didn't have the diffuser, this match could have turned out differently. And it was still at this point like a 3v4, right? 3v5? No, it was a 3v5. So I'm not gonna talk about enemies yet because I didn't really know where any was. But I am going to use a blue color for the enemies. Actually, no. I'll use a red color for. Actually, no. I'll use a blue color for the enemies, like dark blue. So, I heard footsteps. This is the signal for footsteps. I heard footsteps right here. This probably isn't the best color. So what I did was I moved over here. This is all pretty self-explanatory, and I just shot through this wall right here, and I hit this guy and dead. So now at this point it is indeed a, I don't know why I wrote 5, a 3v4. Which is gonna make this easier for us. So after I have moved this way, I'm not gonna come back here again. I come back here and I move up to this window. So now I have I've kind of denied anyone being over here, at least for the time being. So I go up to this window, and when I get to this window, I realize that there's Goyo right here. I move over to this side a little bit and hold a line of sight onto Goyo. He moves this way like a dingus, and I shoot him in the dome. Now it is a 2v3 because one of my teammates died while I was doing that. So it's a 2v3. We're down 1 player, and at this point, my teammates who are over here, there's only one of them now, and he is starting, or he's right here. I'm gonna make this really big so you can tell. He is right here now, so they've moved all the way up here, and his goal is still to push up the staircase, or the staircase now. So he is trying to go this way, and my goal now is to push in and clear a way for me to plant inside of server room here. So this is kind of confusing because this is actually inside here, guys. So let me make a quick border. This whole area is inside. This might be a little confusing. This staircase is actually inside too. So yeah, this black area is inside, and there's a door right here. So, I hop in this window and I look and make sure that no one is in the control room, like right here-ish, and there's no one here. So I know that no one is in here for the most part. And I see that there's a Goyo right here, and it's perfectly set up for me to shoot it. So by shooting this Goyo, I completely deny anyone coming from this area right here. So now I know that I can safely rotate this way, just like this, down this hallway into this door without being shot out from my back because the Goyo is there. So that Goyo is really clutch, so that's going to push any enemies over here back, at least for the time being. So while I have the chance, I get out of dodge and I do this push right here. Now at this point, my teammate did kill someone, so I know that this whole area. Actually, hold on. Let me back up. So, at this point in time, the score is, it's a 2v1. We have no clue where the last enemy is, but we have the diffuser, and it's pretty safe to move up. So, at this point, I'm running this way, you know, something like this, and I get to right here. Now, oh my gosh, okay, I keep forgetting to do something. So, hold on, let's back up. So, let's say I'm about to run right here. While I'm running, let's just account for everywhere that the enemies cannot be right now. So, let me reset this paint, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so I have this set up right now. Here's Thermite, here's me, and we're going to use red for areas I know that they cannot be at the time being. So, I know that this Goyo is about to, or like the fire from this Goyo is about to stop, but for now, no one can be right here. And that's basically the only entry point, so I know that my back is safe to go into this room. And also, Thermite just came from down here, so no one can be down here. So I basically have this whole hallway to be safe. That's the only really 3 points that I know are safe right now. But as I keep pushing up through this hallway, when I get about right here, Thermite has moved up to about right here at this point, and he actually just peeked a quick peek in here. But I peek way back into the electric room and also back into the control room. By the way, guys, this is I think this is like pre-rework or something, so it's a little different. But yeah, still in the control room. So I know no one can be right in this whole area. Right here, no one is right here, no one can enter from here without me knowing. Thermite pushes up at this point and is holding an angle from right here to right here, which still means no one can be right here. Now at this point, I'm actually gonna grab my eraser real fast. It's gonna erase the background too, but let's just act like these red things aren't here anymore, because people can come from this way. So the 2 ways people can come from now. I'm going to use yellow for this. So I know someone can A, push up into here, B, push up into here, hopefully get shot by Thermite. I think, yeah, they had a rotate hole like right here. So someone could come through the rotate hole, but Thermite was also watching it, I believe. Or someone could come up into here. Now, realistically speaking here, if someone, let's use purple. So, if someone was to come from this way, I would at least know, because A, Thermite would get shot or Thermite would kill them. So I know that no one can come from this way, so I'm completely safe from this way to plant. Thermite's watching these 2 holes right here, so I'm completely safe from this side. Now the only there are no other entry points beside that, so I'm like, where can I plant? I push up right into here, and let's use orange or something, and I plant the diffuser right. That is not orange enough. Here we go. I plant the diffuser right in this corner, and I just get out of dodge. It was kind of a risky play, but I run back, and I'm right here. Now let's go to phase 3. Let me clear this real fast. Alright, so we are at the point now where the diffuser is planted in this corner, and I am successfully back here. No, this is kind of confusing. This is actually inside here, but at the top of this staircase. So Thermite is right here. I'm right here. Thermite pushes in and is now in here, if I'm not mistaken. So Thermite is watching from right here. So I'm gonna highlight all the points using purple again, I guess. So Thermite's watching right here, right here. He can see if anyone comes up through these two areas, and I heard footsteps over here. This is where I heard footsteps. I thought it was downstairs. So what I do is I hold a line of sight down these stairs, but when I do, I see someone's head peek around this corner right here, and then when I do, I quickly turn. I miss a couple shots, but you know, something like this, and then I quickly readjust and boom, get this man, and that's the end of the match. So the point is, I had two places that they could have came from. They could have came from stairs, or they could have came from right here. And even if I would have died somehow, Thermite would have been right here, and he would have known that someone was coming this way, and I probably would have rushed in, and Thermite could have got him. So I played that really nice, and we just locked down a few angles and had the diffuser in a pretty good spot. And yeah, that was a pretty nice little clip there. Again, I'm gonna run the actually I'll play this for you guys real fast one more time, just from right here onward. Here we go. Let's just play it for you one more time.
Swapping back.
The more I think about it, I'll be good without it.
LED scanning. Detected a bomb.
Op 4 last stop standing. 15 seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Diffuser is active. Protected at all costs. Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
Alright guys, so there it was. That's a pretty cool clip. I'm gonna keep doing these, and here it is again, me missing my shots really bad. Someone needs to do some aim training. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Yeah, thank you for watching. See you guys next time.